Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to discuss about one of the important topic, that is parallelogram law of vectors. First, see the definition. If two vectors are represented in both magnitude and direction by the two adjacent sides of the parallelogram, then the diagonal passing through their common point represents the resultant of two vectors both in magnitude and direction. So now see here, they said two vectors represented in both magnitude and direction. So first we have to take the two vectors, and that vectors is arranged how, like they arranged two adjacent sides of the parallelogram. So let us draw that. This is the one side of the parallelogram. This is one vector, and this is the another side of the parallelogram. So this is the one vector and this is the second vector. This is the A bar and this is the B bar. So adjacent sides of the parallelogram, these two vectors making some angle theta, right? Okay, then the diagonal passing through their common point. So for these two vectors, this is the common point. So from here we can draw the one diagonal that indicates the resultant. So this indicates the resultant. Now complete the diagram. And you know that in parallelogram, opposite sides both are parallel. So this is A bar vector. This is also indicated with the A bar. This is the B bar and this is also represented with the B bar. And now this diagonal is making some angle with the A vector. So this is represented with the alpha, and this diagonal making some angle with the B vector. So this is represented by beta, right? Now here we have to draw one perpendicular line from the C. And we have to extend it this one. Here these two, this angle between these two we can take in as theta. Okay, right? So this is the our horizon point, and this is the A, and here B, this is C. Okay, now here to here the distance is x, the distance between A and B, and this is we height C to B, we can represent it with that y. Okay, now we will start the derivation. Okay, first we can see that how many triangles are here. So first we can observe that triangle. First I am taking the triangle, that is triangle OBC. So OBC. Here we can write formula, you know that hypotenuse square equals to side square plus side square from the triangle. So OC is the hypotenuse, so OC square equals to OB is a side, OB square plus BC square. Okay, so this is from the Pythagoras theorem. Now write OB, can you write like see, O to B means OA plus AB. So in the place of OB, with what we can write, OA plus AB. So now write OC square equals to OA plus AB square plus BC square. Okay, so next we can see that triangle ABC. So we can take triangle ABC. So where is the A, B, C? So here theta is there, no? So now we can write the sine theta formula. What is the sine theta formula? Opposite side by hypotenuse. So for this, what is the opposite side? Y is the opposite side and B is the hypotenuse. So by B. So from this we can write the Y. y equals to b sine theta. Next, by this triangle only we can write the cos theta. So what is the cos theta? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. So for this triangle, x is the adjacent side for this theta. So x by b. So from this we can write x equals to b cos theta. So this is the equation number 1. This is the equation number 2. And this is the equation number 3. Now in this diagram, OC represents with letter R. So here we can write R square equals to OA represents with A plus AB represented with X whole square plus BC represent with Y. So this is the formula. Here we can write this is A plus X whole square means A plus B whole square. What is the A plus B whole square formula? A plus B whole square equals to A square plus B square plus 2AB. So now write this is R square equals to A square plus X square plus 2AX plus Y. Okay, now see here. Y, x means b cos theta, y means b sin theta. Now substitute these two in this equation in the place of x and in the place of y. A square plus x square, x means b cos theta. B cos theta means we can write b square cos square theta plus 2a, x means b cos theta plus y means b sin theta. Sorry, here y square, b square sin square theta. Now we can write a square plus here b square, here also b square is there. So then we can take the b square as common. Sin square theta plus cos square theta plus 2ab cos theta. So you know that sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. So then r square equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. So here square is there. Squares and two LHS it became a root. So r equals to root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. This is the formula for resultant. R equals to root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. This r is the magnitude of the r bar is given by. So this indicates the magnitude. Now we can find out the direction of resultant. So see here, this is the a vector, this is the b vector. Both resultant is like a diagonal of this. So these two vector making some angle here. So BC triangle tan alpha. Tan alpha means opposite side by adjacent side. So what is the opposite side? Y. So y by what is the adjacent side? This one is the adjacent. So a plus x. A plus x. So already you know y formula is b sin theta, x formula is the b cos theta. Now substitute these two here. It will get tan alpha equals to y means b sin theta by a plus b cos theta. So this is the formula for tan alpha. And same like r, resultant r makes an angle with the b vector, that is the beta. So here we can write the beta formula, tan beta. So we can write here tan beta equals to, so for this beta, this is the opposite side and this is the adjacent side, right? B plus y, right? Then we can write a sin theta by b plus a cos theta. So this is about the parallelogram law of vectors. So this is important point, that is the magnitude of the resultant is given by root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. This is the derivation for parallelogram law of vectors.